Well, it is crazy to believe that this is going to be our final transfer special into season review with Daegu FC. I've really enjoyed this save and I appreciate all the support it's got. Even though it's kind of slacked off in the later episodes, let's get into it, my dudes. Before we get into today's episode, why don't you go ahead and leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment down below. Okay, our final in the season review, our final transfer special. It's a bittersweet moment. I've really enjoyed the save. It's kind of dropped off a little bit at the end just because of the money situation. It's been tough managing here. I would go back to South Korea only in a journeyman. I wouldn't do the save again. I did enjoy the club. I liked everything. I liked everything about the save except for the money because you just can't build a team really. It's really tough. As you can see though, we won one trophy this year, but it was a big one. Daegu FC Champions League. No big deal. Just the Champions League. We only won 7-0 in aggregate. If you missed that in the last episode, go check it out. We beat down the team we played. I've clicked new arrivals twice now. There we go. Okay. I don't think we really signed a ton of players, did we? We didn't really sign a ton. No, not at all. Okay, so we got Woon Jin Wook. I don't expect a bunch of these players to really get like a ton of love from the board because it was a small transfer window. It really was. We had him. He was our left back. Played in a lot of appearances. He had 6.91 rating with a C+ from the board. Lee Jin Wook was our signing of the season. Didn't play a ton. He put out a 6.85. He's one of our depth pieces at center back now that we sold. Sam Kim Hoon didn't really play a ton, 6.45. I would have liked to play him a little bit more, but unfortunately we just didn't get to. And then I'm Jung So. He's probably on the reserve team, I'm assuming. Don't really remember him. Let's actually take a look at him. He's a pretty good player. Pretty good player. He may be called up to the next team just because we may try doing some stuff this offseason that I'm not 100% sure of. Kim Sun-ho, striker option. This was players that I signed before I realized how quick the beta was coming out on us. 1.5 star, 4-star potential player. Never played for us. He's on the reserve team. Andre Graham, probably won't actually see him. It's sad to say that because he's a really good player and we've already met our squad registrations. Unless we sell somebody, he may come into the team. Then he's a 2-star player, 4.5 star potential ability. Signed him late in the season. I'm Nam. 2-star player. 3.5 star potential. He's going to the military, so he's not even going to be here coming up soon. So he's out of here. That's all we done. We didn't do a ton. We really didn't. We kept a lot of the same players and brought up a lot of youth players as well. Don't really care about that. Don't care about that. Financially, broadcast went down a good bit. Competition prize money went down and we won the league. I guess that's because we got knocked out of the Hana Bank a little bit sooner than what we would have wanted to. Match day went down as well. Kim Sung-ho had the top selling kit. Kim Jung Helgeson and Kim Chol-ho all in the group as well. This is the way we lined up. And I think, hadn't this been bugged like ever since we've started this save? Because Wilvert never played for us this season. This is like last season's team, I guess. So, yeah, that's kind of odd, isn't it? Fans player of the season with Kim Chan-so. He's a great player for us. Great leader in the locker room. Captain of the team. Really good. Just a solid player. He's nothing great, but he's just a solid, well-rounded player that puts out good performances when you start him. Young player of the season was Lee Won-shik. He's going to be a stud. He would be a stud in this save if it kept going. I think he would be a big sell for us. Lee Jin Wook was our signing of the season, as we mentioned before. Goal of the season was Helgeson. Top goal scorer was Jung with 29. Kim Chan-so had the most assists, which is crazy because he didn't play all the matches like he has in the past. He had 16 of those. Man of the matches was Jung. Kim Chan-so had the highest average rating with 7.3. Most passes completed per 90 minutes. Kim Min-woo, a player that I want to give a little bit more to next year. Record breakers. Most overall goals by a player in the season. Jung broke that record, 29. Most league goals by a player in the season. He broke that as well with 18. Most goals by a player in a league match with just a hat trick. That's kind of hard to believe with how long we've been here that nobody's got higher than a hat trick. Kim Chan-so had the most man of the matches, 9. League appearances by a player. Son, he's been here since the start of the save, and he started pretty much 95% of those matches with 180 appearances. Most league goals by a player with 75 was Jung. Jung's in the record books. He's a legend of this club, I'm sure, by now. We need to actually take a look at that. We haven't ever looked at that, really. Don't care about that. let's actually take a look at that. Club info, not vision. Where is it at? Here it is. We are only on the favored personnel list. We've won 2 Champions League, and we're only on the favored personnel. Jung holds all the scoring records, not even on the favored personnel. It's a little bit hard for him, ain't it? Wow. We need to take a look at this. See if we can knock some of this stuff off. They've added 2 new things: play defensively solid football and make the most of set pieces. I'll take the most of set pieces because we do good from set pieces. But the defensively sound, I would like to get rid of that. They accept it. We can do that. Play high tempo pressing football. Play possession football. Make the most of set pieces. We do that pretty good, I think, already. They in the next season, they want us to challenge for the league, and they want us to reach the final of the Champions League. It's tough. I mean, it's not even the group stage. Like, it's so weird because it can be an easy path with this Champions League, but if you go up against one good team on the way, it can really mess it up. It's kind of crazy how it works. It's just like an easy run, except for there might be 1 or 2 bumps in the road. And we've had those in the past. Hopefully, we don't get this the next year and we can reach the final again. Team leaders: Son, Kim Chan-so. Like I said, they've been here for a while. Jung and Han Bin. I'm kind of surprised that they're not up there. I mean, I guess 3. You don't want too many of them up there, but these are the 2 guys that have been here since the start of the save, basically. And I know Han Bin has. We bought Jung, but it was really early on. We'll take care of that off screen. All this stuff. Yep. Jung wins the MVP of the Champions League. Hey, good job. Oop. The Guerrero guy, he had the most top goal scorer. He was the top goal scorer. We've talked about him many times. He's a really good player. Plays for John Book. He's been there since the start of the save, it seems like. We had a good bit of people in the Dream 11 for the Champions League with Son Woonjik in there. Han Bin, Lee Won-shik, Choi Young-ho, and Jung all making that squad. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive by the guys. Who is this team? Okay. Wow, he's pretty good. At 30 years old, that dude has some physical ability still left on his team. Wow. I'm happy with this. We had a good season. What can we say? We finished second in the league. I think we should have won it if we wouldn't have hit a couple snags early on in the season. But we powered through, got second in the league, won the Champions League. Hana Bank was really disappointing that getting knocked out of that as early as we did. We got to talk about stuff though. Some stuff we got to talk about. Players that are leaving the club this season, leaving this off season that we need to replace. Okay, so as we know, Shim Jae-man is leaving the club. He's going on military duty. Nam going on military duty. He's on the reserve team. He might would have got called up this year. I highly doubt it, but those 2 guys gone military duty. They're leaving like tomorrow, I believe, actually, to go to it. Contracts that are expiring. We've got a couple. No, wait. No, we don't have no contracts expiring. Wow. Okay, so we got to look at players we want to sell. Let's start off with the players that are wanted. Kim, he's always wanted around this time. A team from China is interested in him this year, which is interesting because they got the money there. We might be able to bring in a couple players and replace him. We wouldn't be able to replace him in terms of like what he does for the team, but we might be able to bring somebody in that can do a decent job for him. Woon Jin Wook, he's wanted by a couple clubs in South Korea. Probably won't make a move for him. Choi Young-ho, wanted by Seoul. He was wanted by... Who was it he was wanted by? He was wanted by some club, a big-name club, that came in and bid for him, but it was like way undervalued. I can't remember who it was. He may get some interest. I'm not planning on selling him. Han Bin, he's wanted by Seoul. He could be a player that we potentially could move on from. He does provide a lot of depth, though, in the back 4. He can play on the left-hand side. He can play on the right-hand side. He can play as a center back. He's not a great player. He's probably on a decent salary as well. But yeah, he's just a solid depth piece for us. If a decent bid comes in for him, we'll probably let him go. Kim Hoon, he's wanted. Seoul, if they come in with a bid for him, he's not going to help our team out this next year in the final season, so he may be leaving the club. Lee Soon-ho, Ulsan Hyundai's interested in him. I don't think he's ever going to reach that 3.5-star potential. We may try moving on from him. We do have a couple. We have one player that's on loan that I'm interested in bringing up and replacing him if we can, and it's Kim Young-ho. He is on loan at Kangwon. He's a pretty good player. He's really similar to him. He can do a couple more things as well. I do like him. So those are guys that are wanted by other clubs that we may potentially get rid of. One player that I am interested in getting rid of, right off the top of my head, he's arguably one of our best players, but he's hurt. And I feel that we've got players that can do the same job and have done a better job than him already. That's Park Jong. Park Jong, he's a really good player. 3-star, 5-star potential. You're probably thinking I'm crazy for getting rid of him, but if the right value, I mean, he's worth $1.3 million. If somebody comes in with a decent offer for him, we may try selling him because we do have options at that spot, and we can use that to rebuild some of the spots that we need to replace some guys that I think need to be leaving the club by now. But I would need a lot of money for him. If we do let him go, obviously the first person up taking his spot will be what is his name? He's been starting for us, Kim Min-woo. Kim Min-woo's looked excellent. I've been more impressed with him than I have Park Jong, to be honest with you. I think he's a really good player, and yeah, so that's what we're looking at. And I just think we got enough players that we can cover that spot. We've got this guy apparently. He can do it. 2-star player, 4.5-star potential. I mean, he's pretty good, isn't he? Bring up another youth player. Sell some of these guys. Get rid of some of these heavy contracts and see if we can bring in some better players when we do that. But we're a good bit away from that. We do have our finances. That came in a couple of days ago. I mentioned it in one of the previous episodes, but transfer budget's $322,000. Payroll is $517,000. So we don't have a ton left, but we do have some wiggle room. And if we get rid of some of these high earners on the team, we can really build this squad to be even better than what they are right now, I think. Before we discuss these next group of players that just came in, these was the signings that I've done in the season before I realized, hey, I might need to end this save at some point. So 2 of them, I don't think we're actually going to see play ever. One of them we might see, okay? So it's not really a very interesting signing group here. We got Kai. I renamed this guy a while back ago. He's been on trial with us since he actually joined the club. Until he joined the club, he's a 2.5-star player, 3.5-star potential center back option. He's Turkish born. Well, we probably won't see him. I liked him though. He's a big lad. Yeah, it kind of sucks to be honest with you. Rick Bindley, an English born player that's a 1.5-star, 3.5-star potential ability left back option. We signed him mainly because he's English. I mean, I was thinking at that point maybe somebody could have come in and offer a little bit later on if he developed into anything. The guy that we might actually sign is a very interesting player. It's Hong Sung Ho, a 2-star player, 5-star potential ability player. He cannot dribble for anything. He's awful at dribbling. I don't know if we'll actually ever see this guy, but he is South Korean, so there is a possibility with injuries. And the reason why I say he's interesting, he came through Brazil. He was through, I thought that was odd. Picked him up for free, so nothing crazy there. All of these guys was free pickups. And as you can see, they're all fairly cheap. Nothing crazy there. But, hey, we got 2 big transfer offers in. One of them I'm not taking. But one of them I may try to counter. Remember, counter. It's always counter. So, up first, Kim. We discussed it. I may try to sell it. And the reason why is I feel that we can bring in a player of equal quality to Kim. I'm just not 100% sure. I may stall the offer and wait and see if I can find a right back that I like. I know he's not going to be as good as Kim. I get that. But the money that we can use to help finance this next season, our final season, would be pretty big. And I think we might be able to get a little bit more out of them than 1.3. It's a club in China, so they do have money. The next offer I do not like. It's 2.1 for Jung. Could get up to 2.6. He just brings too much value to the club, so I'm going to go ahead and reject that offer. Another interesting one. Now, if this bid comes in, I will smash accept it. It's Coldify. Another club in China. China's trying to rate us. I mean, like, they are coming after us hard. 1.5. Right there. You see it, 1.5 for Coldify. Now, I like Coldify. I think Coldify is a good player. But he's foreign. And it would be nice to get 1.5 for a player of his ability. He's not on a huge contract, but I I think we could bring in some players and that could kind of do the same thing he does. He doesn't do a ton for us. He's a good player. He is a good player, but last season was his best. He had 6.95. He's been, like I said, he's been decent. He just hasn't been overly impressive. So if that offer comes through, there's a high possibility I'll take that. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure about some of these offers because, man, if this stuff would have happened earlier on in the save, that would have been nice. We could have brought in some players and developed them and kind of done what we started doing later on in the save with bringing in the youngsters and hopefully trying to get them to work better. But that ain't going to do it, dog. We do have a transfer that's going out, though. Park Jae-kwon, he's a backup goalkeeper, third choice, really. St. Pauli came in for $475,000. He didn't want to take it, but we somehow talked him into it. Smash accept that. For third choice goalkeeper, he's behind Son. He's behind you, Owen. Yeah, get on out of here. I'll take the money and run with that one. But the Kim offer, that's the one that I'm a little bit confused, or not confused by, just pondering, I guess you could say. We do have players wanted by other clubs still. We obviously know Kim's wanted by that club right there. Lee Won Chick, nope. It's hard to see when the vacation. I wish the vacation was the thing in the background because like you can see the red in the background. The green's kind of hard to tell. Lee Jin Wook is wanted. Who's he wanted by? Some of these are just like terrible offers. I know. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Choi, yeah, that's not going to happen. Foldify, that could happen. That could definitely happen. Kim Min Woo, nope. Kim Sung Ho, that could. That one's interesting too because we got Helgeson. We do have some left wing options that we can play over Kim Sung Ho. We got Helgeson and we got Ko that I think are really quality players. If they come in with a big bid for him, he's valued at 2.1. Hey, big money, big money. Jung, we know he's wanted. Owen, you're not wanted. Nope. Well, Pon Ben is wanted by somebody. They haven't came in for a bid yet. We will sell him if it comes up to a right price. Seoul and Ulsan Hyundai is interested in. Kim Chan So is wanted by a club in China as well. China, like I said, coming to Daegu to try getting some of our players. Kim Young Min, he's probably wanted on loan. Nope, wanted transfer by the Dragons. Okay. Hoon, who is this? Okay, he's already on. Hey, Ulsan Hyundai, come on, place a bid for Park Jung, please, for me. I will sell him to you. Kim Hoon, he's wanted by a couple clubs. It was really poor offers. I would like to get what we got for him. Otherwise, he'll just stay on the team. Lee Soon Ho, Ulsan Hyundai. We might want to go ahead and transfer list him. He's not ever going to make it to the club, I don't think. I don't think he's ever going to be a starter for us. Go ahead and transfer list him. Get rid of him. Get on out of here. And Lee Jin Wook is not wanted. So there's the players that are wanted. There's the players that's had bids. There is some signings that we have done that we may never see. A small amount of business has been done. We sold some players. We've purchased 2 players that I like one of them. And I think the scouts are really down on this other guy, but I'm kind of excited about him for a backup option. He will be our second choice at what position he's coming in at. Let's take a look at the guys we sold. The guys we have sold so far, Lee Soon Ho, he's going out to Seoul, $90K. Han Bin also going to Seoul for $400K. I was happy with that deal. He's an older guy. He was on a big deal. Could we have used him? Yeah, we probably could have. And then Park Jae-kwon, you guys knew about that going to St. Pauli. And then we've brought in, this is the guy that the scouts don't like. Okay. Take a look at his attributes. Don't take a look at his star rating. Take a look at his attributes, and I think he's a solid backup for Kim. An Young Kyun? We're going to call him An. 2-star player, 2-star potential. He was really the best right back option I could find on the market. And he's not bad, is he? I mean, I think he's pretty solid, honestly. Like in this league, I mean, he's not great by any means, but for this league, he's a solid backup. That's what he's going to be for us. But the player that I am excited about that we brought him in for a free is Hong Tae So, a player that's pretty versatile. He likes to play as a number 10. He'll play on the right hand side for us. He's experienced. He's a 3-star player right now, 3-star potential. We brought him in on a free, as I said. He's a squad level player. He brings some depth on that right hand side. We will obviously have to change that role up a little bit when he comes into the match. But Kim Young Min has never really developed himself into being a solid number 2 option right there. So I thought this guy could come in there and do it. And I like him. He looks pretty good. I mean, he's got good flair. He's got good crossing. He's overall a well-rounded player. mean, granted, he's a little bit older, and we signed him to a deal where it's like, hey, you play in 10 games, you'll get a year to your extension. Little does he know, the save's ending after this year. So, yeah, I think it's okay. He's played for Pohang in the past, played there last year, put out a 6.97 rating, played a couple matches for him, and looked good. He's played there for the year before that, 7.08 rating. I mean, he's a decent player. He's not great, but he'll get the job done for us. I think that's what we're looking at players right now, just getting the job done. We declined the offer for Kim. We declined the offer for Jung. Coldify's offer, nobody ever came in for that. So, yeah, Park Jung, we had a 1.3 million bid for him. He declined the contract, though. So he is still with the club, unfortunately. I mean, it's not terrible that he's with the club. He's a good player for us. And, yeah, I mean, that's basically it. We've got a thin squad, though. Very thin squad now. We'll probably have to call up some young players, see if they can do a good job for us. Let's take a look at the team, though. Let's take a look at it. So we've got Jung up top. We got Wallace behind him. Ko can play there as well. I know these guys are 2.5-star players, but I really think a lot of this is because Jung and then our midfield. And then Lee. I think we've got like some really good players on this team, and it's pushing the star ratings down of a lot of these guys. I think that's what's happening. And right-hand side, we've got Coldify. We've got Kim Hoon still here, unfortunately. I think we've sent him. I think he's probably leaving the club pretty soon, but he's still here at the moment. Then we've got Kim Young-min. He's played a lot for us. And then the guy we just brought in, Hong Tae-so. Number 10, we're pretty solid there. We got Kim Chan-so. We got Park Jung and Kim Min-woo. That's solid. Helgeson can play there as well. Helgeson's a good player for us. Left-hand side, Kim Sung-ho, Ko, and Helgeson. That's good. Midfield, I'm really happy with Kim Chol-ho, Choi Young-ho, Kim Chan-so. That's going to be the three rotating guys there mainly. We will probably bring up a couple guys from the youth team, see if they can do it. There's one guy that I was really interested in. I don't know if I've brought him up yet or not. But like I said, it is what it is. Right-hand side, we got Kim. We got the guy we just brought in, the on center back. I like our center back partnership right now. We got Lee Young-shik. We got Lee Young-jin. And there's another player, Lee Jin-wook. I think he's a good player as well. He's just, it's what I said, the star ratings I think are pushing these guys down. Left back options, we've got Hoon, player we signed last year, and we've got Lee Jin-wook. And On can play over there as well. So On's kind of coming in, taking that Han Bin role, except for in the center. Goalkeep, you know what we got. We got Son and we got Owen. Saying that, we've got to have two guys on the bench. I wouldn't mind bringing in a guy for a free because I was looking at our reserve team, looking at the goalkeeps. We got Owen, obviously you're there. This guy, he's not ready. And that's it. Goalkeeps here. That's it. We've got a one-star player that's ready to come up. We'll have to do something about that. I think we need to sign a goalkeep. I don't see us doing much business. I really don't. I think that's one reason why this save's kind of gone stale on me a little bit. It's just because we're not doing a ton of business in these transfer windows because there's just not many players out there that's better than what we've got. And it's honestly tough. It's a really tough save. It's a weird one, though. It is a very weird one because it's kind of like managing in China in a sense. Like if you're going to buy a South Korean player, you're going to spend a good bit of money. But the bids you get for those players, they're not near what they're worth. You know what I'm saying? It's like the computer wants top dollar, but they're only willing to pay you like bottom dollar for your players. It's a bit frustrating. It is a bit frustrating. I want to look at some of these reserve players, see if there's anybody we want to bring up. Go ahead and sort it by that. Kaya, I would really like to bring him up, but yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we've already met our squad registration on foreign players. I mean, we don't have a space for him. I mean, technically we could bring him up and he could be like a third choice for us at number 10, and then Kim Chan-so could solely be a midfield player. I would really like us to have just a midfield player. Nam, he can kind of do it. Can he? I mean, he's a 1.5-star player, but he's not really that great, is he? Ho, hey, this guy right here, he's got some technical abilities that are straight up garbage, but maybe as a defensive option in the midfield, he could probably do something for us. Andre Graham, we can't play him. One? Anybody like one? I kind of like this guy. Hey, I want you to go up to the... Yeah, he's getting called up. I think we definitely can use him this year. Moving him to the senior squad. Kim Young Ho, I do like this guy as well. I think we're good on midfield options now. I really think that. I don't think we're going to call up that guy that we purchased from Brazil. I like those two guys. That last guy that we just brought up, he played last year on loan in the league below us. I think he looked pretty good as well. So that's looking more like a good team right there for us. Like I said, the only thing I can see us really adding is another goalkeeper. It is what it is. It's tough. Well, the start of the season is upon us, and we've done just a tiny bit of transfers, including the sale of a really big player that I don't plan on replacing because we've got plenty of spots in that place right there. Sold him for a lot of money. As you can see, we're looking really well right now. Well under the wage budget. We've got overall balance that looks pretty dang good. Probably the best it's been since we've got at the club. It was really good when we got here, and obviously it just started. You can see the decline since we got here. And it's been in the red forever. It's recently started. We've started getting some upticks here and there. But right now, 3.4 in the bank. I mean, I'm happy with that. I really am. Let's get into the transfers, though. Yeah, we've done some stuff. I signed one more player, Bakhun. He's a 2-star goalkeeper, 2-star potential. He's an older guy. He's a third choice for us. Like I said, I do think he's a little bit better than a 2-star. I think he's 2.5. I mean, it's the star ratings to me. I think that's got us down. He's been at Incheon. He went to the military. He was good at the military when he was there. So it looked like he was their goalkeeper last year, I'm guessing. No? Maybe? I don't know. Sometimes it kind of does like a thing of like where they go on loan and then they're back at your club as the same year. But anyways, he looked good when he was on loan. We won't probably ever see him unless something hits the fan and we lose 2 goalkeepers because he is our third choice. Park Jong, we sold him. 2.2 million. Over almost $1 million over what we originally had planned on doing. He's a good player. He really is. But we've got a lot of spots in that place. And he was on a big contract. So that's the reason why he's left the club. I mean, honestly, that's the reason why. And I was more impressed last year with Kim Min-woo, honestly. I mean, that's the main thing. I was more impressed with Kim Min-woo last year than I was him. So yeah, that's where we stand, guys. We're done with the transfer special. It's over. We've got our draw. And it's not an easy one by any means. We're going up against Yamyong. First, they are from North Korea. So I think we should be able to win that match pretty easily. I think they're an easy side. Then we got, hold on, I looked it up earlier. We got Guangzhou. Maybe that's right. That's how Google says you pronounce it. So we got them. They're a good club in China. And then we got Brisbane War. Played them. No, we haven't played them. The only reason why I know of them is because Loki Doki managed them in one of his journeymen. Yeah, an Australian team. Obviously, they got talent in Australia, so it should be a pretty tough draw. We're going to be back in the next episode, though. Going up against Yamyong and Anyang for the first episode of the final season. Remember, guys, final season at Daegu FC. We're going home. I mean, we want all the trophies. We want the league, we want the Hana Bank, and we want Champions League again. We want to go back to back to back in the Champions League. Maybe we can pull it off. Let's actually take a look. So when we got to the club, they had won 1 Hana Bank trophy. 1. I clicked the wrong thing. I'm hovering over it. That's not what I want. I want overview. So we've won 4 Hana Banks since coming to the club. We've won 2 league titles and 2 Champions League titles. So, hey, it's been pretty successful. Maybe we can add to that this year being 3, 3, and 6. That would be nice. I think that would be considered a very successful very successful save here at Daegu FC. Well, I know our time here at Daegu FC, as the transfer specials went along, they've started decreasing in quality. We just haven't been able to sign players like I want to, unfortunately. And yeah, that's what happened here again today. But we did bring in some players that I think can add depth to the squad. We brought in a lot of money to the club. Leave them in good hands after we leave. But if you enjoyed this episode, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below. And as always, my dudes, thank you for watching.